Hey y'all. Oh, I caught you drinking. I caught you drinking on the job. I caught you drinking on the job. How y'all
You
doing,
got me.
everybody? Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Sister said, how are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You having a beautiful Mother's Day thus far?
So far, so
Oh,
good. I'm at my mom's now still. As soon
you
as we
still at
done, I'm
mommy?
headed home.
All
Yep,
right,
I'm headed home.
good. How about y'all
Long
in the
day.
chat? How y'all Mother's Day so far? Let me hear from y'all in the chat. Y'all having a wonderful Mother's Day thus far? Can we hear from you guys? How is Mother's Day treating you, beautiful ladies? Hmm? And y'all having fun? Hmm? I am, y'all. I have been, oh gosh, I have been
What
winding
you been
down and
doing?
spoiled. Girl, getting massages and manis and
Mm.
pedis and dinners, and breakfasts in bed and flowers and cards.
Ooh,
You know how it goes, girl.
that's nice.
I've been having fun with it. How about you
Okay.
guys? How's it been going for you all? Great Mother's Day. Hmm? Typically, y'all, I get a little emotional at Mother's Day because I miss my mom so much. But this year, I just said, hey, this is a mean ass cruel world, honey, and she ain't got to deal with it. And that's kind of
Mhm.
been my stance today. That's kind of been my stance today. Now I don't know what I'm gonna feel like tonight when I get ready to lay down and my thoughts, calm down for the day. But so
Mhm.
far, that's how I have been because I do miss, love, and adore that lady. But I'm just saying, hey, she ain't dealing
Yeah.
with so crazy folk no more, honey. Mm-mm,
Mhm.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Mm.
Gigi said yes, and today is me and my husband's 24th anniversary. I'm having a
Oh,
wonderful day.
happy anniversary.
Show out, show out. Lolita said, also, I missed that. Happy Mother's Day, Miss White, and I'm chosen to chat. Tabby said, Happy Mother's Day. Gigi did as well. She said to all my beautiful sisters, Latte said, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure, make sure, make sure.
Mhm.
So, y'all, if y'all saw the music going before we actually started, I was actually putting the names in the wheel for those that I did see in the chat already. So, hey, guys, make some noise because you can't go on this wheel if I don't know you're here. That just it's just not gonna happen. So you gotta have to make some noise and let me see it. Tabby said, y'all look pretty. And Rob
Thank you, babe.
and around. My son bought me gifts. Yeah, girl. My too. Happy Mother's Day, girl. Beautiful panel and chat. Miss Bridget in the house. Say what now, Miss Bridget in the house.
Hey.
Bridget. Hey y'all. Let me stop. Let me stop clowning. Let me stop clowning for just a minute. Because girl, let me tell you something. What that who chat who comment is that pen? Miss Gigi. I have to read this disclaimer, guys, because we might cut up a little bit today, honey, okay? And the disclaimer says under the section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1979. I was just a little child, okay? But during that time, they said allowances made for fair use. Fair use means fair game, boo. For a purpose such as
That part.
criticism, I'm good at that. Comment, news reporting, teaching scholarships, and research, okay? Fair use, again, it is what it is. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing, might touch a little toe somewhere or make somebody feel a little way. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips. The balance in favor of fair use, okay? So,
Mhm.
anyway, we ain't sharing nobody information no how, but we might talk a little bit shit today, y'all. It's Mother Day. Okay. And y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Mm. It said first said Happy Mother's Day. And then we asked, should everybody be celebrated for Mother's Day? And if so, why or why not? I used to hear my mama say this word, y'all. Well, it wasn't a word, it was a phrase my mama used to say. It was two things my mama used to say. Hold on for a minute, y'all. I think I'm in trouble. Hold on.
Stacy Jew is in the house. Cherry, what's up, bro? Hello, leader.
Miss Beverly. Hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah, I was not in trouble. I thought I was in trouble because I thought I did something, but I didn't. They were just keeping me up on something. Okay, but it's two things I used to hear frequently growing up, y'all. And one thing was about being a piss poor parent. But my mom used to say, "Oh, piss poor mammy," a piss poor mammy, right? And then we used to hear a phrase. Well, we used to say, a dog can have a baby, but it don't make him a mother. What y'all think about those two phrases? Piss poor mammy, get on from the country, okay? Piss poor mammy, and even a dog can have a baby, but it don't make him a mama. What y'all think about that? Hmm,
That's right.
anybody? Y'all quiet up in this chat now. Come on now. I done got all chipper for y'all today. Hmm.
Let me
I
put
done
my
got all
glasses on.
chipper.
Shoot.
And y'all over there quiet on hush my cat. Got your tongue? Hmm.
They waiting on y'all waiting on this drawing on this
Y'all
giveaway.
should be listen. Y'all should be some happy folk up in here today. Y'all see how Robert moving? Because look, we don't talk about the saga, but hey, this is where most of the people come from. Is about this saga. So y'all should be dancing in the street. What Lionel Richie say? Dancing in the night. They was jamming in the shadows. Just you and I. Y'all should be dancing, happy. It's Mother's Day, and Robert gave y'all some good news. What's going on? Hmm? Y'all ain't happy. I'm the only one tickled. Oh, okay, that's it. You tickled, sister?
I'm tickled. I am tickled,
Mm,
honey.
mm,
I'm
mm.
so happy. When the news got to me, I was smiling like a chester cat. Hmm.
Like a whole chest of cat.
Woo!
A whole chest of cat.
Like a whole chester
Mm,
cat.
mm, mm, mm.
Yep, about
Yeah.
time,
Ooh.
honey. About
Mm.
time.
Robert said he tired now. He said he's sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Sick and tired.
He's sick and tired of being sick and tired with these piss poor mammies.
I've been sick and tired for him.
Yeah, girl. Yeah. He
Shoot.
said Vet said, cause a dog can't have a baby and leave it just like a no good mother can.
Hmm.
And listen, they don't always just leave it. They don't always just leave it, girl. Some of them keep it right there and just don't tend to it properly. You know, y'all know we've been seeing a lot of that or hearing a lot about that lately. We've been
Hmm.
hearing a lot about this piss poor parenting situations, right? And Miss White talk about it. That's my thing. Kids are my thing. Okay. Me and Amber was talking the other day, and I was going down memory lane about some stuff. And she said, Miss White, you've been taking care of kids all your life. All my life. All my life. All my life.
I must look
All my
really
life.
different.
All my
It's
life.
me,
It's like
Lolita.
I need the price.
All my life, we've been fighting all our life.
Yeah, girl. I've been taking care of kids all my life. And I be feeling away. I was sharing with her the story about this girl who left her baby. The baby was about 4 or 5 years old, and she had left her baby in the store to go run in and grab a couple of things. Right? Not a lot. She just went to
Mm.
get a couple of things. but the baby was crying in the car. So they made an announcement in the store, and nobody never came out. I didn't know what it was about, what the owner of whatever kind of car it was, and they didn't come out. So by the time me and my girls had left out, we saw the baby, and the workers from Food Lion was standing at the car. They didn't want to open the car. I think it may have been locked, but they were just kind of standing around the car, and the baby screaming and crying to the top of her
Mm.
lungs. Mommy nowhere in sight. Nowhere in sight. Okay. So mommy finally comes out the door. And she come out the door with an attitude, honey. A whole attitude. After you done lock this little 4, 5 year old baby up in the car, she's scared to death at dark.
Mm-mm.
She told us, mind your business.
Wow.
Mind your business.
Hmm.
I tell her, baby, baby's all my business. Baby's all my
Right.
business. And she commenced to talking jaw japping at an old folks. She's running her dang my girls Molly whopped that child right up in the
I
parking lot.
I I know you right. I know
Right
you
up in the
right.
parking lot. And mommy did not stop her. Did not. Mm-mm.
Mm.
Miss Lady said, people mistake materials for motherly love. Be a good parent is making the best decisions for your children, no matter what the situation is. That's
Yep.
being a good
That's
parent.
it.
Miss Lolita, make note to the no matter what the situation is. And can we add no matter who the person is in the situation? Because I think that's fitting as such a time as this. Like, not only what the situation is or who the person in the situation may be. Because these kids cannot be responsible for themselves. Um, we like to teach, like, when people come in uh, taking care of kids, one thing that they have to learn, especially these foster parents who don't have kids, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
as you are carrying a child in your womb, as you're um, as you're carrying that child in your womb, your body is growing outwardly. Like we see the stomach protruding, the nose getting wide. We see all of that on the outside, but y'all, it's a thing happening on the inside where the body is preparing for that baby as well as the mind. The hormones are coming in check. And as you carry that baby, everything lines up. Everything lines up. And if y'all notice when a baby is pushed out and the mother's going through all that pain, the moment that baby comes out, they forget about the pain that they were in. Like it's
Yep.
non-existent anymore. It's like uh 20 seconds ago you were about to die. And it all goes away. Because our bodies are set up to engage with our mind, it kind of goes along together. And when that baby's grow, your body is preparing for that child. Your emotions are preparing for that child. Your feelings are preparing for that child. Those things
Mhm.
intertwined together are called maternal instincts. That's how we develop them. And just like a dog, we don't all get it. Y'all ever seen a dog who maternal instincts don't come in? Y'all, anybody
Yep.
in the chat, y'all tell us what them dogs do whenever their maternal instincts don't come in. Anybody know?
Mhm.
Welcome to everybody coming in the chat. Also, let me just let y'all know we're gonna stop in this live a couple of times and do our giveaways. But can anybody in the chat please tell us what happens when that dog don't get those maternal instincts? Anybody know? I know we got some dog lovers in the house. You can't answer that, sister. She the biggest dog lover in here. Okay. Did anybody answer yet? She said the umbilical cord is never detached from your kids. Period. Well, what happens with a dog? They will destroy them. They will kill their pups. Okay. They don't care nothing about them. If something wrong with the pups, what they gonna do, sister?
Eat them.
Alive. Okay. So that's where we get that a dog can have a baby, but it does not make them a mother. That that kind of coincides with that. So she said run off or unalive it. Girl, y'all see, look at that. They know. They know. So that's why when that baby is growing on the inside and your body is preparing for it. So whenever people go into foster care and foster parenting and things of that, there are a lot of things that they have to go through and learn because they did not develop, because nobody can't just sit it on top of your head and say, hey, you a mama now. It's a transaction that has to take place through those 9 months that gets your body ready to be a mama. So it's a little more extensive when people have not never been a mother before. So they gotta learn some things, right?
Right.
And when they don't do it, you start getting these situations with DSS and all this other stuff. And I will be the first person to tell you guys, okay? Let me tell y'all something. DSS getting called on people is not a bad thing. DSS is not trying to come in and take your children. What they do is they are doing an assessment. When they do that assessment, they're going to find out what is it that this family needs that we can help them better so mom can be a better mom. But somehow we've come to the conclusion that DSS is coming to take my kids. Look, gosh, dang on my look who just walked up in here, y'all. Blueberry Boots. Girl,
Hey, Blue.
hey girl, holla Boots. Am I right or wrong, y'all? That's the social worker right there. Am I right or wrong? Their main goal is to try to meet the needs of that family so they can stay united and be a better family. Only time DSS is coming to take your kids is when you are not abiding by those family plans that they put in place for you. Okay? So that's the best way to get your child taken. It's just not following. Hey, look, y'all, they're going to put y'all in some parenting classes. They're going to go out and buy beds if it's what your kids need. Okay? They're going to get the kids some clothes. They're going to get you some food. They're going to meet the needs of that family before ever considering. Now, it's cases where them kids just got to get them on up out of there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's some cases where there's no other options. And they do it in tiers. It's levels to this. And it's even levels to how they come out and assist, depending on what the caller is. They have to decide whether it's this level, that level, that level. And if it's this level, they got to come out that same day. If it's the next level, they'll be out the next day, or. So that's how that goes, guys. Okay. But after this past week and seeing what I saw, I said, that's another thing that people need to know. Um, some people don't develop those maternal instincts to learn how to be a good mom. And just because you are a good mom, it doesn't mean you're not gonna make mistakes. That's not what it means, guys. Uh, you can make mistakes as a good mother. The difference is when you want to learn and redirect your path to giving your kids the vital necessities that they need in life.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's what happens. I'm just running my mouth. Let me not miss some comments. Sis, you want to do the first set of comments?
Hold on, I stepped away for a minute.
Oh, okay. You want me to do it? I can if you.
Yeah, you do them
Okay.
real quick.
Let me see. Miss Lolita says, my mama used to say, when give me the Falking noise. I know what she's saying. When my siblings and I were making too much noise in the house. Alexis says, I didn't with that last one. You didn't what, Lexus? Get those maternal instincts, baby. You got it with the first one. They don't go away. Kimberly says, Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Same to you, boo.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody in the chat, for happy Mother's Day wishes. I wish you all the same in return. I hope you had a
Absolutely.
beautiful day and have a good rest of your evening. I know I'm going to see y'all later in these streets because the streets is hot.
Yeah, they are, and we ain't gonna be in here long either. And then Alexis said they eat them babies. The umbilical cord is never detached from kids. Period. We did read that. Miss Green says it's a lot of psychological going on. Whoa, what you say? Spicy Brown say Happy Mother's Day, Miss White. I'm chosen in chat. Thank you, girl. And
Thank
we
you.
talked about the dogs abandoning the baby, like Bridget said. Miss Ross said run off for her life. Miss Vick said they will eat them. Tabby says, Yep. Lolita said, Y'all, I remember once my mama was getting on my nerves, and I told my mama, I'm fed up with you. I got my tail whooped so good. Who? She said, Who did I
Mm.
think I was talking to? Let me mark that comment right there, because let me tell you this similar story. Listen, I was a bad kid, y'all. Let me tell y'all something about Virgos. Most of us are very bad children, but we grow
Mm.
up to be very productive adults. I guess we got to get all of that out of our system to be able to do what it is we do when we get older. But honey, my mama was whipping my tail out the frame. You know, she said, "I'm gonna whoop you out the frame," and she was whooping me out the frame. You hear me? And the neighbor called the cops on my mama. And my mama told that police officer, she said, I'd rather beat her ass up in this house until she learned how to act than her not know how to act and get out there in the street and you got to beat her with that blackjack you got on your hip. And back then they wore blackjack and they could not get out of their vehicle without a hat on. If y'all old enough, y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't wear hats no more. That man tilt his hat, put it back on his head, and said, Y'all have a good day. Oh my God. Oh my God. I was like, Don't leave me. Please don't leave me, sir. Please don't leave me because her favorite saying, You keep running, I'm gonna whoop your ass till I get tired. And I just got up. So that means
Mm.
she had
Mm.
plenty energy. But girl mom said, Yeah. Blueberry said, Hi, everyone. Lolita said that Ross said Lolita, that ish was a funny thing. Girl, phew. She said I was behind. I think I read most of these. True Slayer, welcome in. She says Happy Mother's Day. She sees in everyone. Woo Lady talks to you. Hey, Miss White Chosen. Hey, girl. How are you?
Hey,
And
everybody.
Miss Bremer says my husband was, but now he is awesome. Your husband was a Virgo. He a Virgo. He was a bad kid. I got my butt tore up all the time, girl. Because you know us Virgos, we think we know everything already anyway. And then, he is a Virgo, and my youngest is too. God bless you, girl. You got a Virgo husband and a son. But yeah, um, a lot of times we don't get the vitals that we need to be a productive parent. Okay, it's just a given. Now, in regards to this situation that I've been hearing about Mr. Wong and all this other stuff that's going on, sounds like mom has never had a fair chance to be a good mom. That don't mean she cannot be a good mom. What I am saying is based off what I'm hearing, and a lot of things I hear and I don't pay attention to, right? But then I started going back listening to the story about the pit bulls and all of that and being 16 and having to ask him and you living with him. So at 16 you're already out living with a man, so that tells me a lot about what's going on in the life, right? So that lets me know that this young lady has never really had the opportunity to endow within herself what it takes to be a good parent. She is still busy trying to catch up with the things she missed in life. Okay? And a lot of times we have things that stunt our growth, just like we have things that stunt our motherhood. Did that make sense to y'all? We get things that causes us to be behind and lack the wherewithal that it takes to do some of the things that we need to do in life. Because yeah, we'll go out and buy them some clothes. We'll make sure they got some food. We'll do all those things.
Mm-hmm.
What are we instilling into them on the inside? And listen, what can you instill in somebody that has not been instilled in you? It's just a question. What can you do?
It's a deep one. It's a deep one. It's a deep question.
What
If you
can you
really
do for
start thinking about the
someone
kids at this
that
point.
has not been done for you? I used to always say, I'm gonna give my kids everything they want because I grew up without nothing. When I grow up, my kids gonna get everything I used to say that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got into a place and position where I could do that, I realized that that was not the best thing. That was not the best thing. Now listen, baby, y'all heard the jokes about me being an ex stripper. Hey, take it out. Take it out. Okay, y'all know all about that. But I can guarantee you one thing. My children never knew what I was doing. Never knew. Didn't have a clue. They didn't know what their mama was doing because I promised that my kids not only was gonna not have the material things that I never got, but they weren't gonna see the things that I saw growing up. I've shared several times that my first instance of domestic violence started it as a child. I grew up in a domestic violent household. God has showed me the beginning and the end of my book so many times. And y'all, it gets so hard, I have to put it down. But I promised, I vowed that my kids were not going to experience that. And I found myself going down that road a couple of times in these domestic violence relationships because of soul ties. Because, see, us young little black girls, we have a way of growing up and interlocking our spirits with the same kind of man our daddies are. And we don't even know why. We don't know why. But it's spiritual, it's soul ties, it's spirits. Y'all have been seeing me put these in this chats here lately. And that is why. And I said, Lord, please put the right person in this woman's life that she can begin to see what it is that those kids are going to really need. I said, God, can you do that for me? I asked them because I said, look, you done did so many things for me so many times before. Surely you can see about them children. So I just hope and pray that the right people get in her life at the right time. Because, baby, let me tell you something. There is nothing worse than a little girl with daddy issues, right? And imagine a little girl with daddy issues that had a daddy.
Hmm.
Did y'all catch that? Imagine a little girl with daddy issues that had a daddy in her life. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Whew. I'm gonna pause right there so we can do our first giveaway because we are not gonna be on here 2 hours. I promise y'all that, honey. I got my yeah. Okay. Um, I'm gonna call the names out. You have to be in the chat to win. If you left the chat and your name is called, I'm sorry. Okay, y'all know we've done it so many times before. We got Alexis, Latte, Tabby, Miss Bevins, Stacy Jew, My Two, Sapphire, Ross, Jackie Roberts, Annette Unchanged, Lolita, Amber, Gigi, Bridget, Girl Mom, Ashley Gets Fit, Kendria, Kendra, Lux Pearl, Miss Green Eyes, Patricia Jefferson, Sierra Boyd, Tessa. Tessia, Kimberly, Spicy Brown Vet, Girl Mom, Blueberry, True Slayer, Wule Talks Tea, and Beverly Harris, along with Miss Nina, Serenity Speaks, Real Talk Vibe, and Dimples. Did I miss anyone for this first giveaway? Going once, going twice. All right, first one. Let me share my screen. She's like,
Welcome in everyone that's
yeah,
coming into the chat.
she looking. All right, y'all ready, y'all ready. Stacy said, let's go. Kimberly Merrows, you are the lucky winner for our
Congratulations.
first giveaway. So it's two Lolitas in the chat, Lolita and Lolita J. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Lolita. All right, so Ann says she don't never win. Ed says she don't never win. So if you would put your cash app in the chat for us, Kimberly, if y'all would be kind enough to kind of let us get through the live a little bit, so we're not stopping and getting off track too much, and I'm going to make sure everybody gets their cash app. Okay. Um. So back to what I was saying. What was I saying? Anyway, it's things that we have to do. It's sacrifices that we have to make. No matter what. I think Miss Lolita said that. Like, no matter what. And sometimes those sacrifices may not seem like they are paying off. They may not seem like they're working. But baby, the reward that you get in the end. I'm gonna tell y'all something real funny that happened the other day. Um, is Kimberly still in here? She's gonna have to respond in a couple of minutes, or we're gonna go on to the we're gonna respin her name, okay? Um, y'all know the big thing that happened on over on 2K's live with what's her name? The Sherelle lady, right? So
Hmm.
I'm over there, I'm talking to my daughter. My daughter's 30, this daughter 34, 33. So I don't know how she's 33 or 34. Y'all got so many kids who I'm like the little lady who lived in the shoe. So many kids, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna tell y'all the story and then I'm gonna respin because I don't think she's in here, okay? Um, so I'm telling my daughter about it, and she was like, "No, ma, I don't know her." I was like, "Well, okay." Anyway, she was on 2K live, and da da da, and she was like, "I said, you know 2K, right?" She was like, "Ma, I don't know him." So I was like, "Oh, girl, you don't know 2K?" Also, she was like, "No." I said, "Okay." Anyway, North Carolina Beats came on the live, and he was going off, and I was like, "You do know? I know you know North Carolina Beats, right?" And she was like, "Ma, I don't know none of them people." I was like, "Tabby, you don't know nobody." She's like, "Ma, I don't know them people." She says, "Those are not the algorithms that I follow." I said, "What do you follow, girl?" She said, "I watch rich black women who have changed their lives and learn how to carry themselves. Of course, I'm into the workout exercises and all of that. Uh, I watch ladies who do yoga. You know, she was just naming the stuff that she watched." I said,
Wow.
"I be damned, and
I
your
ain't
mama
had
over
that
here
enough.
in the gutter."
Mm-mm.
And it was funny, right?
Right.
But then I thought about it for a second. I said, "You know what? That means you did your job. That
Yeah.
means that your kids really did not have to go through what you went through, and you spared them. Like, it worked. It worked. No
Hmm.
matter what I'm going through and doing, my kids, they ain't in it. Y'all
Right.
so proud."
That
And
part.
I'm like, "Damn, I'm over here all in the gutter. My kids ain't even thinking about this."
Yep.
I
Mine either, child.
had shame at
They're
first.
like,
You know,
mm-hmm.
but you know they
I
say,
share a little bit with them. Okay.
they say you can take the hood out the girl, but you can't take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl. But see, my kids never had to have none of that. So I just assumed, especially with us going back and forth to court and all of that, I thought that my kids would really want to know what's going on and what is their
Mm-hmm.
mom really into. Girl, they
Right.
could care less.
They care less.
I know they
Yep.
supporting their mama. They,
Mm-hmm.
they don't know nothing about that, y'all. And at first I was like, what? I'm over here in the gutter. My kids over here on Guru and
They
stuff.
on some old other stuff.
But
Yep.
the more I thought about it, y'all, I said, you know what? Yeah, the gutter self. I said, I'm over here in the gutter, and my kids are old to other stuff, you know. So I thought about it. I said, well, it worked. I did. I secured my children from the things that I didn't want them to have to go through in life. Because I used to tell them all the time. Um, I tell them, some things in life I've already done for you. You don't have to do it. Just
Mm-hmm.
listen. Now, baby, I got one loose
Mm.
one. That thing is something else. Okay. She's
Mhm.
something. Woo! Wait. She
Always one out the litter.
she was supposed to be getting exposed. Y'all remember that. And
Mm-hmm.
till you got to expose that thing, she don't care. She is something.
Hmm.
When it was said that we were trying to fight at court, now the daughter that was at court with me, two of them, they the guru, soft life girls. And then she said, she made a joke. She said, the one they should have been worried about won't hear. I said,
Right.
yeah, no.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Oh, so let
Hmm.
me redo this. Let me redo this. I have now added the Lolita J, Ashley Chats, Boo Love, Moni J, Whopper with the Legs, and T Love, right? No, Kimmy did
Hey.
not claim her prize, so we are redoing the wheel, okay? Here we go. Y'all ready?
Ready.
Remember, ready for her name to
Let's
come up,
go.
boo.
Let's
Watch
go.
out, watch out, watch out.
Happy Mother's
Woo!
Day to the ladies just came in.
Did I miss Lachelle's? Is that what you telling me? Let me fix that girl. Lachelle's my girl. I can't be playing that. Okay, here we go, y'all. Look at there.
Who's that?
Look at there. See how God do, Miss
Is
Lolita.
that him?
That's Lolita. You see how
Oh,
God
that's Lolita.
she said,
Wow.
don't forget Lolita J. And because she looked out for
Congratulations, boo.
somebody else, God looked out for you, boo. That's how God do, girl. That's how he do. Go and drop us that cash out, boo. Go and drop us that cash out. Y'all, was that not a good example of she was not selfish. She looked out for somebody else, and God looked out for her. Oh Lord have
Yep, that's
mercy.
how it goes too.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, so um she said, girl, I thought that was my name. What you saw the A?
I thought it was
Patience.
a different name too.
They said they love your beat face. Those demons with the cease and desist. Yeah, they got it up, honey. They over there trying to act like they are. Stop it. Right. Good job.
Oh, thank you, Dimples. I tried to put some little lashes on today. They about a half off now, child. So, yep, I got my little um eyelash glue. It's made like a liner, like an eyeliner. I like liquid eyeliners.
You do.
But it's, honey, you should have seen me earlier today before we headed to my mom's. I was just everything was just crazy. I couldn't find my phone about three different times. Like literally, the phone managed to get under the covers in my bed some kind of way. Like after I had already made the bed up, so I don't know what that was about. But trying to put some lashes on, the baby wanted his bottle, and trying to get the gifts together to come over to my mom's house. It was just wow. As well. I'm like, this is why I do not go out because I do not have time to be doing this kind of stuff anymore. When I used to go out and, get my little two-step on, gotta do my lashes, my hair, find something cute to wear, all that stuff now, child. I'll be hot, sweating. I'll be like, I ain't going. Nope. Get somebody else to do it. I just don't got lazy.
Oh.
So lazy.
Listen, somebody in the chat said that they trying to act like they stopped on their own.
Right? Of
We all,
course.
we all know the difference between praying and pray, right? Pray and Prey.
Hmm.
We know the difference. But y'all know predators, they prey Prey on people. And you all do know that predators don't stop until they get caught. Right? They don't just reform themselves because it's on the inside. So yeah, we know better than that. Um let's see.
And I know a lot of people think differently about changing and reform. And I'm not gonna say my mom is one. My mom is like really this sweet woman, when she gave her life to God, like she's very compassionate and forgiving. But one place me and my mom draw the line, like my mom literally informed me. I was planting her flowers. I do this every year in May, plant her a yard full of flowers and in her flower pots and in the ground. And she said there was this house up the street from her, and they had a lot of stuff they had set out. I was like, did those people move? And she was like, who? And she said the man's name. I was like, oh, you know him? I've never seen you talk to him. I don't even know what the man looked like, as long as they've been in this house. And she's like, yeah, he's on the registry too. And I said, he's a pet really? She's like, yeah, they let you know. He's on. And I said, no. And I said, so why do you know his name, Mama? She's like, oh, I just say hi. I mean, people change. That was years and years and years and years ago. I said, no, ma'am. I said, don't you speak to him again. And I was asking her, did she inform my sister that has my two nieces? She's like, yeah, I told her it's a pedo in the neighborhood or whatever. And I was just like thinking to myself, my mom is like, God can, God. My mom's a lot like me in that sense. Like God can do it. But like, I'm just like, God. I don't think he would ever like try me literally because I would be like somebody's gonna be missing a family member. Like seriously, like I don't have any compassion for those type of people. I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to look at you. You disgust me. Literally, you are scum. Like you don't even deserve to be in existence. You don't deserve to be on this earth. So who am I? Like to judge? No, I'm not judging you. I just I don't. Mm-mm. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I think people can change too. Okay.
Hmm.
However, there are some things that I'm not willing to take a chance with. There's some things that I'm not willing to find out. There's some things that I'm gonna always have a question in the back of my mind. You know those things that make you go,
Hmm.
that's one of them.
Yep.
That's one of them. There's just no way. That, oh, yeah, this.
And you really never know anyone. I mean, we could be living next door to any type of pervert. Like I think I shared with you guys before. I watched a video where it's like a sting. And it was a show that used to come on where the police officers would do this thing, and they would like have these women and these younger people go undercover, acting like they were teenagers online to see who would actually meet up with these people. And honey, this man met up what he thought he was meeting up with, like a 13-year-old boy, and he was an old man. And the police officer, that part was, they showed where the police officer, like he was getting arrested, and the man's phone was ringing and ringing, and the police officer was like, who keeps calling you? And he was like, that's my wife. she's calling me. He's like, "Oh, go ahead and answer it." So he answered the phone, and then the police officer said, "Now tell your wife that you're going to jail and why you're going to jail." And when he told his wife, like it was their 40th anniversary, and this woman screamed, she wailed from her soul. Like, I'll never forget that little clip, that episode that I watched. And she's been married to this man for 40 years, and now he's getting arrested for being a pedo. Like, how long was your husband doing this type of thing? She didn't know, so you never really know anybody, let alone what kind of neighbors you're living next to, you know. So it's just like I said, people who violate souls of children, you know, I have absolutely zero tolerance, none whatsoever.
You know what I said last
None.
week? I think they should be castrated. Then we gotta worry
Mhm.
about it.
Yep. And I absolutely
Castrated.
agree. Cut it off, baby.
hmm Like, why? But it's just not nothing that I would be willing to take a chance with my children. Because again, I cannot say this enough. Um, as a mother, you should be educated,
Hmm.
and if you're not educated, your senses, your motherly instinct should kick in and say, no, sir.
Yep.
Lay daddy, but no. Like, where
Hmm.
are your maternal instincts that say no? Because, like I said before, ain't nobody raping, molesting, and doing none of that in front of nobody. Okay? They gotta wait till the right time, place, space, and opportunity to be able to do it. So, how will
Hmm.
you know? No one
Yep.
knows who a predator is until they're caught.
That's right.
And somebody show you who they are, believe them. Why wouldn't you?
Yep.
Why wouldn't you believe them? I put this on the screen. Miss Bevan said, but why lie? She said, but why lie when he asked her? That's another thing that would make me question your redemption. That would make me question your transformation in life. That would make me question that.
Hmm.
And y'all, I live in North Carolina, okay? They are from northeastern part of North Carolina. I'm originally from the part of North Carolina, where they kind of that's the same rules and because you have laws and then you have laws that are on the books but people don't really follow. And if you do your research, I'm just gonna say, if you do your research, you will find make sure I'm saying the right thing. You'll find that they are not just offering plea deals for nothing. Because if I didn't do something, you ain't giving me no plea nothing.
Right.
You ain't giving me no plea nothing. Okay? That criminal background that was running around about me, if you see it in that bottom right hand corner for them charges, it will say dismissed by the DA. Meaning it never even saw a judge. It never saw a judge because the DA at that time knew, oh, this was not her, and there's no need to move forward
Hmm.
with this. Okay, but that's not what that paperwork says. That's not what that paperwork says. And I do know also in North Carolina, Crimes against nature is typically sodomy and bestiality. I'm not saying that's what it is, but typically that's kind of what they really will
And
look at.
either one of them is disgusting,
Yeah.
and you deserve to be castrated.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Dimple. She said that's a pretty picture.
Y'all, I'm at my mama house. Y'all know I want to cuss, right? You know I want to cuss.
They
Hmm.
said she actually said she couldn't talk about him no more. Yeah. She said, I saw this video of an interview with a predator, and he was telling parents how to identify a predator and what types of children predators prey on. It was sickening and very informative at the same time. Yeah, we showed some the other day, like these men who actually did interviews to tell what they looked for, why they looked for it, how they looked for it. Yeah. hmm I think he was doing an interview with 2020 from prison. If I remember correctly, he was in prison, but I forgot who is doing the interview. Yeah, guys, listen. There, I'm not gonna watch no duck walk and quack like a duck and sit over there and try to communicate with him in meows. Like, why would I do that? Why?
Hoping and wishing and wishing.
Now
Just saying.
I have heard so many times, God don't play about me. I have heard I know how to speak in tongue. I have heard I go to church. I have heard it's been in me since I was a child. I've heard all of that, okay? But now it's time to learn about spiritual warfare and what's attached to you. Because what's attached to you go down through you.
Hmm.
What's attached to you go down through you. Meaning from generation to generation to generation. And it's time that people start learning how to break generational curses. As a mother, as a mother, as a mother, y'all, I had sisters that did not do right by their children. Period. Point blank. They did not. I was an exception to the rule. Okay. But outside of my fostering, when I would help out with my nieces, I would tell them, I got a big old umbrella up. It's up to you whether you get under it or not. But you're not gonna come punch holes in my umbrella and cause all of us to get wet. It's just a time and a place where you have to be able to identify a problem and face it head on to break the generational curses.
Hmm.
I feel comfortable enough saying generational curses because the paperwork is out there in more places than one. She said, yep, they target single mothers and kids who are quiet with very few friends. He said he didn't target two parents' homes with an active father. So daddy gonna be like, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What's going on? What's going on? A daddy gonna be like, what? What? And then you start seeing signs and signals that your kid's doing, and you turn a blind eye because you feel like out of sight, out of mind. If you act like you don't see it, then you ain't got to deal with it.
Hmm.
You gonna deal with it. You gonna deal with it one way or the other. You are gonna deal with it. Period. I was talking to my husband today while we were out about what the topic of discussion was today, and he said, "You know what? Yeah, that's kind of like." He said, how did he phrase that?
Let me see.
Your kids."
Mhm.
He said, "Your." How did he say that? Shucks. Give me a second, y'all. Something about to your heart. Hold on, let me ask him. Terry said you pay 9 later, girl, like the candy, right? Hold on, let me ask.
Y'all, can y'all hear Sissy? I can't hear Sissy. I know she said hold on, but the, she's talking now. I'm fixing a baby a bottle. Yeah, my mom has got him, and he was kind of dozing back off. He was asleep when we started, but I don't know. He woke up. He don't like to take naps. He like cat naps, but not real naps. What did you guys eat today? Type it in the chat so I can know. I had me a crab boil, a seafood boil, and it was so good. And I got lots left. My kids brought me extra crab legs, shrimp, sausage, corn, potatoes. Um, I don't know. I haven't come across any lobster. I told them I wanted lobster tails in there, but um, I didn't see any lobster tails yet. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm coming. I'm coming. But yeah, type in the chat so when I get back to uh read it, I can see what y'all had to eat today. My parents, I think they watching American Idol. That's what y'all hearing back, kind of running around different rooms. Diaper bag. I got throwed off. I should have been at home, but somebody forgot to put a bottle in a diaper bag and had to come back and bring me a bottle because she has to go to work tomorrow. So normally I would stay at her place, but I like to kind of be at home with them sometimes too. So I'm gonna take them home with me tonight. Okay, yeah, I'm almost back.
Different than with a child or something.
He said, y'all, when a kid is young, they are on your hands. Like you got children on you, the kids are on my hands. He said, when they're young, they're on your hands. But when they become grown, they're on your heart. And that just resonated with me a lot. I tell y'all he like E.F. Hutton. He don't be having a lot to say, but when he say something, it be big. He said when they are he said when they're a kid, they are on your hands. You got kids on your hand. He said, but when they become adults, they're on your heart. So what I'm saying is like if you don't take care of it now, you will end up with a broken, a broken heart. Asking how, why, when did it go wrong? What did I do? That's what we do, y'all. Y'all know what we do. Oh, yeah, Rob said fact. That's what we do. Tammy said her son took her to Olive Garden. So
Ooh, I see that. Sounds
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We get ready to do another. Let's hear for the wheel, y'all. Y'all ready to do another one?
Let's do it.
Let's
Do
do
it.
it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Do it
Spin
good.
that wheels like you do.
Let me mind myself, girl. Let me mind myself. Y'all, Mr. White over here giving me googly eyes. Y'all know he still make me smile. He still make me blush too.
Hmm. I'm just messing with you, bro. I
He
don't know. Should we have put Cherry's name in the wheel, Sissy? Is this
he
Mother's
not
Day doing?
a mother.
Okay, that's why I was making sure.
I'm so sorry, Terry, but I love you.
Yeah, we love you, bro. We love you, bro.
Lachez. I can't stand Amber, y'all. I cannot stand her. Lachez. Come out, wherever you are.
Congratulations, boo.
All right,
Lachelle's not in the
Lachez, come
chat.
on
Watch.
through. Yeah, because we're not going to be waiting long, girl. Tell y'all my
Lachelle, you got 1 minute to respond in the chat. And we are respinning. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
had barbecue. Oh, Amber, you had seafood boil too?
Oh, there she go. She said, "Thanks, I'm
Oh,
here."
you there? Where? I don't see her. Oh, there she is. Okay. Okay, girl. Congratulations. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Drop your cash app, boo, in the chat.
I'm so sorry. Let me do this.
What? Thank you, New Beginnings. Happy Mother's Day to everybody that came in the chat late. Happy Mother's Day. What is Sissy doing? She's probably talking to brother-in-law again. Y'all have barbecue chicken, steak. Ooh, Gigi, I like that. With sausage and shrimp, cocktail, cornbread, husband. Ooh, husband cooked everything. That's what I'm talking about. Tabby, what did you have from Olive Garden? Did you have Alfredo, shrimp Alfredo? Did you have chicken Alfredo? I love me some Olive Garden. I like the salad too, and them breadsticks. Alexa said you better get her name. Miss Bevins, I absolutely agree. Our kids belong to God. He loaned them to us just for a while, and we're supposed to protect them at all costs, period. Facts. I feel that way about our pets and our children, y'all. Like, don't abuse no child in front of me, and please do not abuse no dog. Don't let me get you kicking them and beating no dog and abuse. I don't even. I mean, I understand breeders, because without breeders, we wouldn't have dogs. But I've seen people just overbreed their animals, and the dog is poorly taken care of, be getting abscess. Like I watch these animal channels too. I watch a lot of animal channels actually, and a lot of animal documentaries, nature, wild stuff like that. But yeah, that's my heart. And that's the show too. I think Stacey Jew had mentioned How to Catch a Predator and Kayla. Yep, that was the show. And thank you, Dimples, for that compliment. Yeah, sister, she got her fishnets on, honey. Being fast, fast,
Yeah, it's somebody threatening me on my phone, and I need them to stop.
fast. Who threatening you?
They know who they are. It's about four people threatening me because they're not
Lord have
winning.
mercy.
Lord, y'all, that made me laugh so hard. I'm so sorry, y'all. Please forgive
Mhm.
me.
What they
If
say
I
they gonna
tell
come through the
y'all what
phone and
they
beat your
did,
ass.
if I tell y'all what they somebody said stop, Amber. If I tell y'all what they did, oh
What?
God. Mm, mm, mm,
Amber,
mm.
what you do?
Y'all, it be your own friends. It be your own friends, okay? It be,
What you do, Amber?
it be your own friends. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it, Am. I'm gonna tell it. Okay. Oh, y'all know. They said they thought you told me to come in, baby. No. Oh, y'all. So y'all ever notice I got this thing with my eyes that I do, especially when I get in thought. My husband get on me about it all the time. He do. So this rascal went and screen captured. Oh God.
Oh Lord.
She don't look at the minute she left. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I turned my phone off, y'all. So this rascal go screen capture a picture of my eyes rolling. How about she gonna give it to the phone across the street if she don't win or something? She said, "What you say, girl?" I can't stand her, y'all. I can't stand her. Oh, I hate her, y'all. I can't stand her. Ashley, you still in the chat? I'm about to shut it down, y'all. Then I'm gonna carry on with my life. Ashley, you still in the chat? Type yes if you still in the chat. She told me they got it now. Ashley said yes. Ashley. That's it. That's all.
You're
I'm done.
funny.
I'm done. Ashley, y'all know what that means. Okay, y'all. They said if they don't win, they send it straight to the ops.
Don't do my
Y'all
sister
help
like
me.
that, yeah.
Y'all help me. They wrong. See, y'all actually laughing because she know what that means, what I just did. Oh my God. Yeah, she dirty. Just dirty dog. Good God Almighty. It be your own people, y'all. It be your own people.
All the time.
Let me put my chair up so I can, Lord have mercy. I can't even reach the thing.
Mhm.
Man, can you help me? Oh,
Did
there we
y'all
go.
tap that like button, everybody? Everybody.
Lexa said, yep, we know it. Yeah, I got it, y'all. She gonna stop now. I done got her. I done got her now. She gonna stop. When I did what I just did, Amber know that meant stop. She'll laugh. Inside joke, but yeah. But yeah, on a serious note, I cannot stand Amber for real. Um,
You're just
well,
messy,
yeah,
Amber.
I was
You're
saying
just
the
messy.
other part, so what our thumbnail and things were saying was like I'm all over the place now. Lord help me. Even if you are not a good mother, right? Do y'all think you should still be celebrated? What y'all thinking?
No, you shouldn't be celebrated by your kids. You can celebrate yourself.
Sister said no. If anybody disagree and think you should be celebrated anyway, put a one in the chat. If you think that you should be celebrated anyway, put a one in the chat. Everybody's saying no. And I agree. Listen, y'all, today I sent out a lot of Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, some pictures, some notes. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I chose accordingly. I went through my whoever I was gonna send one to. If you were kind of all right, mama, I said happy Mother's Day. If you were phenomenal, I told you you were phenomenal. Then I said, let me create me a little picture. And I made me a picture of me and I put a little Mother's Day note on it. And I started sending that out. But if you want crap, you ain't getting nothing from me. Don't look for it. Because you know how people will send out like a mass text to every mother in their phone and everybody just get it.
Ooh, I hate that.
And everybody just get it. I don't do that. I have to judge accordingly. I have to judge accordingly. Because see, a lot of people say only God can judge me, blah, 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 blah. That's a perfect example. No, we're supposed to judge y'all. But I ain't here to get Bible study today. But yeah, we can judge. Whopper with the legs formerly. What does that say? Whopper with the legs. Formerly it comes up and out.
Ouch.
But her name is Whopper with the legs. Formerly it comes up and out. She says no. And just because you had kids, that doesn't make you a mother. You're a woman that had Kids.
Hmm.
I always say, I think is a dog can have a baby, but it doesn't make him a mother. That's my thing, and I stick to it, baby. I mean that because I have seen so many kids done unjustly. I have seen so many kids done wrong. I have seen so many kids neglected, um, blackmailed, just just everything. I see so not now. I have seen that I was left responsible for. It was my choice, of course. Because I could have said no, but kids are my heart. Like it's what I do. But I've seen it so many times that I ain't just get ready to send out no group text because you get that. Yeah, I'm funny, y'all.
Hmm.
Anyway, but no, Amber, I did not tell you you were a phenomenal mom. No, ma'am, I did not. That don't mean you're not a phenomenal mom. It's just how you know what I got for you. Mind your business. And Lita said, I hate mass text. New Beginnings with Rosie and Kids said, I send out individual texts. That's, yeah. Real Talk says, left them out. Yeah, they tried to blackmail me. They
Hmm.
trying to blackmail me. Hmm.
I'm not a phenomenal mom. I could have did a lot of things differently, but my kids love me and adore me, and they think I am. So I guess that's all that matters.
Um, you know what? Sissy, did you say that? Now that I'm raising grandkids, because yeah, I have a child that's not, she got the dog syndrome. Okay, it is what it is. She didn't get it, and like I tell you, if you don't get it, can't nobody plant it on you. It is what it is. If
Hmm.
you don't get it, you ain't got it. Thank you so much, Bliss Beyond Measures. Um, Now that I'm raising grandkids, I see things differently now, and I feel like I get to make a difference on the things that I messed up on.
Hmm.
Because I wasn't a perfect mother. Honey, your baby said, look at them hearts in the chat. Mm,
Hmm.
I get I now get a redo. You know what I'm saying? I get a makeover. And even for my grandchildren that are not in my care, I get the opportunity to persuade their moms and dads in a different light. I don't just tell them what to do with their kids, not by any means. I have a gentle approach of how I do things when it comes to chastising adults or trying to convince adults. And I always talk about how I handle her. And she in the chat. Yeah, they like to say that I always agree with Amber, but I don't. I just have a special kind of way that I do it and try to open their eyes up to. I do it with you, sis.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you do.
and that's just how you handle adults like adults.
Hmm.
Mm, period. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. I get a chance to make a difference. I get the chance to make a difference. I don't regret how I raised my kids. I don't. It was just I learned some things different. I get a do over for some things that I should have did, could have did, wouldn't have did. But like I was telling y'all earlier about my daughter who didn't, I kept trying to make her know who these different people were with 2K and North Carolina Beats and all of that. And that
Hmm.
meant the world to me. After I sat down and analyzed it, I said, shoot, that means I did my job. I did what I was supposed to
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
yeah. Leland, yeah, my son and my daughter, of course, they gifted me. Really nice. And it's so funny. My son bought me a card. Um, my son is in the chat, but he bought me my Mother's Day card. And you read your card. But he wrote this little paragraph, and I tell you, when I read it, I just boo-hooed. Like, I'm just I'm just like I was reading Lolita's comment, we do the best we can do with what we have as mothers, but I think about it's not necessarily the financial part of it, it's the mistakes. Like I see the ex-wife, I see some of my old ways, like feeling like I needed to be loved, you know, like I needed to have a partner. Now, I never allowed my children to be abused by anyone, and I was
Mhm.
protected of them in that sense, but I allowed myself to be abused. Not thinking about my life could have been taken away from my children because I thought that I could love somebody past their pain when I could have been investing all that love that I was investing in a man that didn't deserve me. I could have been investing that in my children. There's so many things I could have been doing besides working, sleeping, crying, crying, working, sleeping, crying, working, and still, doing things with my children. But I could have done so much more. I could have cut that part of my life out. So I think I still carry a lot of that guilt around, and they're in their 30s, 30 and 31, and I still think back to gosh, if I wasn't so busy worried about a man and being in love and having love, because after their father died, the person that I was in a DV relationship with, he was the second partner. Like, I fell in love with my kid's father as a child, high school sweethearts. But when you fall in love with somebody as an adult, like I heard the lady mention, Lupac did a premiere, and she was like, telling Robert, you're my first husband, my first true love. Like she understands what it's like to fall in love as an adult versus when you're in high, a teenager or a young adult, So I can relate, but as far as I wouldn't care who it was. I wouldn't care if it was my daddy, my mama. If they had that kind of history, kids are loaned to us for a while. Your children deserve to be protected at all costs above anything that your heart wants, it has to wait. You understand? Anything that you desire, it has to wait. Your kids should come first, always. So if you're one of those women that you feel like companionship is a must, it's not. It's not. It's not. Trust me, God is a keeper and he will keep you. And he's all that you need. And that's for real.
That's true because DV affects your kids in more ways than you will ever know. And I hear people say, "I'm just going to stick it out until the kids finish school and then I'm gone." And they don't
Mhm.
understand and or realize that that's unhealthy for a child. Hey, baby, that is so unhealthy for a child. Um,
Very.
m- I have a sister who was unalived by her boyfriend in front of her children. And before that happened, she protected her children. Because listen, we were all girls. So we grew up in domestic violence. And all of us were in domestic violence. Like every one of us was getting our tail whooped. We
Mm.
had adapted to what we
Mhm.
knew, what we grew up in, and what we saw.
Mhm.
And she was the kind of girl, she'd go to your tail. Like she was about it. Period.
Mhm.
Would walk through hell with gasoline draws on before she let you mess with her kids. And I have a better understanding now because I feel like she didn't protect her kids. I feel like she did not protect her kids because, yeah, you would fight for them, go to gun for them, or whatever, but you should have kept yourself in a posture, well, in a place, a position that you wouldn't have been taken away from them. Growing up, we didn't know and understand that because it's all we saw. It was
Yep.
all we knew, and she let them down. Somebody who was as protective as she was.
Mhm.
Um, I remember my daughter. Had a friend and some stuff had happened, and the little girl, she came to us. Anyway, me and the mama ended up getting into it, and she, DIE for mine, DIE for mine. And I remember telling her, but baby, you don't have to. You don't have to. Just live for them.
Right.
Just live for them.
Hmm.
Because
That's
the
it.
tragedy and the struggle. Listen, my sister took her last breath in front of her three kids.
Mm.
In front of them. That girl, 37 years old, she'll tell you right now, she still see her mama chest heaving. That last, she still see it. She was 9 years old. And it's a struggle. Okay? And I hear them, talking about our queen fee now saying get over it. Da, 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 da. Baby, we got her real good therapy. Real good therapy. But they don't get over it.
Right.
So, as a mother, we have so many more ways that we are supposed to protect and provide for our children. It's so many more ways. I got another sister. Her husband was molesting her daughter, but she made sure that they had the latest shoes, the flyest clothes. They had all of that, but she couldn't stop that from happening. Why? You that wrapped up that you.
Mm.
Yeah. Amber said, I be trying. She said, yes, she tried to say it different ways, but I'd be like, nope. Miss Lolita said, I was the best mother I could be with what I had at the time. I had my son at 17, so I made a lot of mistakes. But thank God I did have a village to help me. Yeah, I still believe in villaging too. I still wholeheartedly believe in villaging. I got a new
Yep.
neighbor who just moved in, Mr. June's old house, and she got two daughters. And I went over and introduced myself, and I told her who I was. I said the kids can come over, they can get in the pool, they can get on trampoline, they can swing, they can do whatever they want to do. But if you feel like you don't want Miss White to say nothing to them, it's probably best that they kind of stay on the other side of the fence because that's just how I am. And luckily,
Hmm.
she agreed. She was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So yeah, Miss
Yeah.
Baby said I partied a lot. Let's see. Uh, Real Talk Vibe said the fact that you can take accountability says a lot. Uh, Shanta was, I think, responded to somebody who said, Mother's Day, my granddaughters and grandson are my world. I deal with my grandchildren totally different than the way I deal with my sons. I'm more softer, but still a little strict. They got my heart. Mhm. Uh, Lolita says, like my older sister would always say, I was my mom's favorite. That wasn't true. I was just when my mom had me, she was older, wiser, and more financially stable, so I kind of got the best of my mom. Hmm. I hear my kids say now about the kids that I have now. They be like, "Mom, they do things you would have never let us do." Oh my god! David said my husband was military and was so abusive. I left my husband on that base after a DNA test was brought to me by a soldier he messed with. I took my sons, left that base, and never looked back.
Mm. Wow.
Mixed with dimples. My ex-husband was military, and I was just simply tired. And I remember when I was leaving, we flipped a coin. Um, Heads was Charlotte, tails was Atlanta, and of course y'all know where I'm at. And I remember saying to my kids like, mm, y'all will never have to live no less than what y'all live now. Lies. So I thought, I didn't intentionally lie to them. It's just that's what my intentions were. But I also knew and understood that I was better off starting over and trying to find a way than watching my kids go through that. uh
Mhm.
seeing that. And although I didn't know it now, I just found out last was that last year, Sister Country? I found out last year that my ex-husband from way back then, good y'all, he made a baby on me. I just found out the
Oh.
girl grown got her own kids now. I said, "Ooh, Lord Jesus,
Mhm.
thank you." Because if I had known then, ooh, only God knows what I would have done. Thank you for that reminder, Amber. So, yep, y'all. She said we're almost at our 2 hour mark. That was definitely not my intention. So we're gonna do another super chat. I dropped the link if anybody wants to come up and give a shout out to their mom or tell, whatever. But we probably got another 15 minutes if you all would like to do that. I'll drop it again. But yeah, yeah. Um, listen, y'all. Motherhood is a gift. It's a gift. And it's not the kind of gift that you can package up, bottle up, and all of that. Thank you, D Ham. Um,
Hey,
I ain't
bro. Thank you.
gonna say what I'm gonna say, but yeah. Being a mother is a blessing. It's a blessing, it's a gift, and we can do better. If it's something you don't know how to do, ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. There's nothing wrong with asking. Um, Make sure you find the right people in your circle to ask.
Yep.
Because it's to my understanding that young lady don't listen to what nobody has to say. Her way or the highway.
Yes. Mhm.
Her way or the highway.
Look at big. That's a big.
And it's not gonna get you far. It's not gonna get you far. Like my husband said, when they're young, they're on your hands. But when they get old, they on your heart.
Mhm.
Ross, I think I worry about my kids more now being grown than when they were children.
Right.
I think I worry more now.
To the Auntie Sissy.
Hey boy. Hey boy.
I was getting restless in there with my great grandma and my great auntie. Yeah. I wanted my Gma. I wanted my Gma. Yes, I did. I want my Gma.
All right, guys, we're gonna pull the wheel back up. Oh, let's
Mm-mm.
see. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Y'all, I don't know what to say about it. Amber says she just cannot win.
That's what Miss Dimple said too.
Did
Y'all
she?
gonna win. Yep, y'all gonna win. Y'all gonna win one of these drawings. Y'all gonna win. Ain't that right? Say yeah. They gonna win, Jenny. Say, Auntie Amber, you gonna win. You gonna win, Auntie Amber.
Well, look at there.
What we got?
Stacy Jew. My two.
Yeah.
Girl, you missed it by the
Ooh,
skinny of
Stacy
10,
Jew won.
10, 10.
Stacy Jew say yay. Yay. Stacy Jew won. Stacy Jew won.
That's right.
Yay.
Because now you have no control over what they do or the choices they make. As a child, you could guide them, but as adults, child, you have to just hope they make good decisions. Did you say that's the true fact? When they young, they're your lap. And when you get older, they're on your heart, baby. Mm. I remember when my kids, like, when they were first moving out, when they maybe like from 18 to 20. It's actually, it came up Stacy Jew. Um, when they were like from 18 to 20, you try to guide them and tell them something to do, and they'll go do what they want to do, right? And it never failed. They would come back and be like, well, mama, what's calling them said, or they said, I'd be like, well, who is they? Who is they? Because I'm tired of they telling y'all what to do, and then y'all want me to come help y'all fix it. They were good for that. They said. God, Tom, you y'all hear Tabby? Tabby said she only let it turn 1.5 seconds. It don't even touch our line. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Did you hear that? She said they don't even let it touch our line. I don't have control over this thing, girl. Once I hit that button, that's it. That's it. There she go. Drop your kids at Station Jew. Congratulations. Tabby, y'all gotta quit being mean to me. Why y'all being so mean to me? Hmm?
They really being so mean to Auntie Sissy. You better
Y'all
stop
being mean
being
to
mean to
me.
your Auntie Sissy. Yes,
What
some better.
do know?
Better stop being mean to her. Yes, some better. You can better stop being mean. Oh, stop putting your little slobber all over me, Lord.
Oh, she said we love you, Mr. White. I love y'all too. Y'all know I wouldn't do that to y'all. If I was rich, like like somebody be calling me. If I was rich, I'd just give everybody in the chat a cash app. I ain't
Me
rich.
too.
I ain't
Some
rich.
of y'all give y'all houses and cars.
You would.
Yep, yep. I would. Say my grandma would. She sure would.
Oh,
She
that's so
makes sure
sweet
some
of
people step
you.
for life. Yes, she
That's
would.
sweet of you, girl. My husband always be telling me, he be like, baby, you cannot save everybody. He tell me that all the time. You cannot save everybody. I be trying to, y'all. I swear I be trying. I be trying to save everybody. But I can't, unfortunately. I know I can't. I be wanting to, but I can't. I
Yeah.
wish I could.
We want to. The heart
Mm-hmm.
willing, but my pocket's faint. Ain't that what? Say, I take all my money. I take all her money now. Yes, I do. I take all her money.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So again, we're gonna start summing up our review. Talking about these piss poor ass mammies. This is my mama said piss poor mammy. Yeah, but everybody don't deserve a
Yeah, I ain't
praise.
heard that said in a long time. Piss
Mhm.
po mammy.
Everybody don't deserve a praise. But if you one of them mothers out there making it do what it do by any means necessary. And y'all know what? When Father's Day come, don't be out here talking about y'all the father. Can I get a congratulations for Father's Day? Because you're not a father. If y'all a single mom and y'all out there making it do what it do, that just means you're a single mother making it do what it do. You're not the daddy.
Right.
Mm, she said it's 29 people in here and 100 names on the board.
They came in and spoke and left.
I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 37, 38, 39, 40. 40. 40 names. 29 people. We 10 short. But um if yeah, I have to get that sermon every Father's Day. You not the daddy. You not the pappy. You just the mother that's making it happen.
You
And
not
yeah,
the daddy, you not the pappy.
we have taken a lot away from men. We've taken a lot away from men. We don't need no man. I can do this on my own. Who do they think they is? I got this. And I disagree. I disagree. Yeah. And then we want a man to stand up and be a man. Then we want a man to stand up and be a man. Yeah, we got to do better. We got to do better as mothers. And listen, I can agree with not necessarily needing a man, but we got to have some kind of role model in our children's life, both boy and girl. We got to give them some kind of male figure and authority in their life. She said a little more like 200 from here. Hey, Craig, Alexis, don't worry, Roz. When I have one, I'm out. I have one, I'm out. Let's say I'm out our name on there twice. Tell me you gonna put the names on there twice. Hey, Cree. What's up, girl? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey.
Happy Mother's
Hey.
Day, dog moms,
Boom,
cat
boom, boom,
moms,
boom, boom.
human moms. Happy Mother's Day, Cree. Say
Yeah,
Fendi is your baby.
y'all been singing. I call Amber. I say, Amber, how you playing that music, girl? Because I wanted to start out live playing Drop It Low, girl. I sure did. I sure did. I called Amber. I said, I want to play Drop It Low, honey, because Robert doing the dang on thing. I said, no, because I'm just going to have to delete it. I said, well, I better leave that alone then, girl. I can't mess with that. I can't mess
Leave
with
her alone.
that.
It's just doing them.
Mm. Yep. But y'all, we're going to get ready to shut this bad boy on down. We got another live coming up, guys, and it definitely is about Robert. It is definitely about Robert. And hey, so pretty Jim. Thank you for coming in. It is, I got the title. We're going to talk about pouring water on a drowning man. Mm, 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 mm.
Hmm.
Any of the older people in here ever heard that song before? It's an old gospel song. Pouring water on a drowning man.
I ain't heard that one, sissy.
What?
I ain't heard that one. I
You
can't even
know?
think of her something like that. Pouring water on a drowning man.
Miss Bridget, where
Reach
you at?
for
You heard that
Jesus.
song, Pouring Water on a Drowning Man. Miss Dimple said, congratulations to all the winners. See how they not
Miss
sore
Dimples, you're gonna win.
losers?
You're gonna win a drawing.
Mm-hmm. Kendria said, I've heard that song. That's what we're gonna talk about. Not just Robert, but just in general. Yeah, we gotta learn to quit beating men up.
Yeah. Gotta learn to talk to them nice. Like Robert say, talk to me nice.
Talk nice to
Live in
me.
your femininity.
Talk
And you can get
nice
a
to me.
man to do a
Talk
lot of things for
nice.
you. Says the woman who ain't had a man in years.
Mm, 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 mm. Guess what, y'all? Guess what?
What?
Chicken butt.
What?
Chicken butt. Now, y'all remember saying that when we were little? Chicken butt.
Woo!
She said,
I
yes,
hated that.
it's not your time, baby. Everyone has their time. So I'm gonna do
Yep.
another one. Just one for the road, y'all. One for the road. One for the road.
One more, one more, one more. Let's
One
go, let's
for the
go, let's
road.
go.
Y'all ready? Oh,
You
let me do
ready?
my
Let's
little
go.
let me do my little outro benediction thing because I'm gonna spin this wheel. They're gonna drop their cash app, the music's gonna be playing, and I'm getting up off of here, baby. How about that? And let me tell y'all, I love each and every one of y'all. I
As do I.
appreciate each and every one of you guys who came in.
As do I.
I appreciate everybody who came in, hit the like button, and left. I
As do I.
especially appreciate every mother in here that is being a good mom. You might not be the best mom, those that are putting forth effort, those that are trying, those who want to and can't, at least you know what you want to do. Because some don't understand the difference, right? Some just think it's all about them and put the kids second, which makes my job harder, okay? So I appreciate those kind of ladies like that, right? I really do. And now I'm being honest. I'm being real honest when I say that. Okay. I love it. I adore it. Um, I thank y'all for coming over here and hollering with Chat and Chew. We getting better. We gonna get back where we supposed to be. But it takes
Yeah.
time because y'all know I was shut down. I was mentally shutting down away from this whole YouTube thing with all this court mess and all of that. But I'm building myself back up. I'm getting ready for the road. Tabby says she's prayed that everyone had a great Mother's Day.
Yes.
If you didn't have a great Mother's Day, just act like you did, okay? If you didn't, just act like you did. When you go to work tomorrow and you were pissed off on Mother's Day, and you go to work tomorrow and they be like, "How was your Mother's Day?" You be like, "Oh, it was lovely, honey. It was just lovely." But I love each and every one of y'all. We are
Love
going to
y'all.
be live again. I know, last time we were live, I told you I was going to go live the next day, but honey, the press dropped hot, baby. The press dropped hot, and we couldn't. It was too much going on after that. 2 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we got two lives ready for the road, and that's pouring water on a drowning man and what's your ick. Y'all know what that means by what's your ick from your partner. Like, what is it that they do that just really piss you off? You just can't take it. They just tee you off. And when they do that, oh my God, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna spin this wheel. Happy Mother's Day again to all the
Happy
ladies.
Mother's Day. I love y'all.
If the men are in here, tell your wives or your mothers, your sisters, cousins, aunties, Happy Mother's Day from chatting to you, okay? And here's our wheel,
Okay.
guys. Well, look at Lolita J, Lolita J.
Two Lolitas.
Hey, Lolita J.
Congrats. Drop that cash app
You gonna have to do it
so we
fast,
can
girl,
go.
'cause we about to bust up out of here. I'm not waiting long either, Miss Lolita, Lady Death Girl, but I got to get up out of here. I'm gonna go to the net name. If you ain't in here, Miss Lolita.
Lolita been quiet for a minute now.
Mhm.
Uh-oh, I'm
10,
scrolling up.
9,
Mm,
8, 7, 6,
six,
5,
five,
4,
four,
3,
three,
2,
two,
1.
one.
Next name. Sorry,
Mm,
Miss
mm.
Lolita. Oh,
Did
look.
she? Oh.
She she hit it, and I had already hit it, so I'm gonna send both ladies a cash app. Okay, that's only fair. So Miss Lolita Angie,
Yay.
drop your cash apps in the chat. Boy, Miss Lolita, girl, I was counting down.
Yep, we was looking for you, girl. We hadn't seen you in here since you spoke to Cree. I said, uh-oh, I don't see her comment in here. She said she's here. She dropped her cash app, sis. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where you at, Miss Gigi? I keep putting the wrong amount in. Jesus Christ. Girl, I put that in them. I'm gonna have some explaining to do. My husband's gonna be like, what?
Trying to send you $1,000 too. Mhm.
Where you at, Gigi?
She just commented too. What you want with Gigi, sissy?
I had spent her name right as Miss Lolita was coming in, so I have to be fair about that.
Oh, okay. So Gigi, you want Gigi's cash app?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to nobody. I won't. I would feel bad
Okay,
if it was
I
done.
didn't see that. Gigi, drop your cash app. Big sis, drop your cash app. Drop your cash app.
I might have Miss Gigi cash. Oh yeah, I got Miss Gigi. I got it. I ain't got to wait.
Okay, Gigi's is in there, sissy.
Did it change? Wait a minute, y'all. Oh, that's right. All right, guys. If all hearts and minds are clear, we'll see y'all back really soon. I don't know exactly what day, but we're gonna talk about Robert and other men as in pouring water on a drowning man. All right. Good night, everybody.